we'll be making Aloo Keema Mattar curry, which literally means potatoes, meat and peas. I'm using lamb in this recipe, but you can substitute that for either beef, chicken or even plant-based mince. For lean meats you will need to use a little extra oil. First step, heat a heavy base saucepan and then add half a cup of cooking oil, and I'm using olive oil here. Once the oil is hot, we're adding in the onions. And we're going to fry these for a few minutes until they're a very light golden colour. Then we add in our garlic, so I'm using about 4 cloves of garlic here, finely chopped. Then it's ginger. I've used ginger paste here, but you can use a 1-inch piece of ginger root, finely chopped. We cook for a further minute or so before adding in our spices. So we'll start with the cumin, and we are using a tablespoon of ground cumin here, a tablespoon of ground coriander, and a teaspoon of red chili powder. In addition to that, I'm adding half a teaspoon of curry powder, and we let the spices cook for a few minutes. Then add in the canned tomatoes. You should have the heat on medium as you cook the sauce, and mix as you go along, just to prevent the sauce from sticking as it becomes drier. Your sauce will be ready after about 4 or 5 minutes of cooking. So now that the sauce is done, we're on to the second stage in this dish, and this is where we cook the meats and the vegetables in the sauce. So we add the meat in first, and as you can see I'm using a wooden spoon to break up the meat, just to make sure that it fries evenly. Then cook the meat for a good 5 minutes on medium heat. You will need to keep stirring just to prevent sticking at the bottom of the pan. Our next ingredient to add in is a potato. I've used a large one here, and it's been peeled, and I've chopped it into approximately 1-inch dices. And as the potato cooks for a few minutes, just keep stirring to prevent sticking at the bottom of the pan. Once the potatoes are partially cooked, add in the garden peas. Stir them into the mixture and then turn the heat up high. Again, as you're drying the liquid in the curry, keep stirring just to prevent anything sticking to the pan. With all the liquid gone, we now add in 2 cups of water. Stir as the curry comes to a boil, and as soon as it does, then turn the heat down to low. Some recipes call for green chilies to be added in with the onion at the start, but I do like the fresh and sharp taste of green chili, so I normally add it in at this stage, right before the simmer. And then pop the pan lid on and leave to simmer for approximately 10 to 12 minutes. That's long enough to soften the potatoes and completely cook the meat. To garnish, you can use a teaspoon of cumin seeds to sprinkle on top, and a handful of cilantro. This curry goes really well with either boiled rice or chapati. So I've added a link to my chapati recipe that you can also try. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.